Hi, I'm Jennifer Hendricks Black. I make functional pottery, art you can use every day. Today I'm making a tumbler. I've already attached my clay to the wheel and centered it. Now I'm going to open up the clay. I'm going to take my middle finger, feel where the center of the clay is, and gently but firmly press down. When it starts to get a little dry, I'm going to add some more water. It's important to keep the clay well lubricated because any sort of friction can throw the pot off center. Now that I've made the hole in the center, I'm going to pull the walls out so that we'll end up with a nice little cylinder. The tumbler doesn't need a real wide base, so I'm going to keep that somewhat small. Now I'm going to use a wooden rib to just smooth out the bottom of the pot. The next step is I want to take these walls and press them in so they're narrowing slightly towards the top. The centrifugal force of the wheel is going to make the clay want to flare out, and that's going to make it a lot less stable to work with. I'm just going to put it so that it actually flares in just a bit. Okay, now we're ready to pull up the walls. I'm going to add some water. And then with fingers on the inside and fingers on the outside, I'm going to press in the clay and pull it up. And that's what's making the pot grow taller. We'll do one more pull. I'm going to go ahead and just use my sponge to clean out the bottom. The water is going to want to accumulate down there, and that'll eventually break down the clay, so we want to keep that a little dry. Now I'm going to use another wooden tool that basically has an angled edge here. Clean up the bottom, put it really into the shape that I'm going to want it to be for the finished tumbler. Which is going to be flaring in slightly at the bottom, the way that you would see on maybe like a pint glass. Okay, that's good. I'm going to add a little more water to the wall. I'll just pull it up again, just to make the part that I cut away blend well with the part that's been thrown. We're also going to really try and finalize the shape here. Okay. Dry out the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to use my needle tool, which basically is just pointed at the end. I'm going to trim off the top of the pot, just to make sure that it's nice and level. I'll use my rubber rib, it's a kidney shape. I'm just going to clean the excess slurry off the outside. The slurry is created when I add all the water to the walls of the pot. Just mixes with the clay and creates this wet clay mixture that we want to get off of there so that the pot can dry more evenly, so that it'll be a little smoother on the outside once we clean it up as well. Okay, now our bottom again. And then finally I'm going to take my finishing sponge and just finish off the rim. Make that nice and smooth. And there I have my tumbler. To check out my tumblers and all my other work, go to my website at jenniferhendricksblack.com.